Welcome back to San Clemente, California. It's quarterfinals time for the Hurley Pro. Tanner Gudauskas, local boy and wild card, who's been taking down some big names in the world title race. Tanner takes on Stu Kennedy, who started off this year as a radical wild card as well, making a semifinal, which is basically his home court. And now we're going to work out the bottom half. Stu versus Tanner. This heat greeted by some waves to kick it off early. Stu got the first one. Now it's Tanner's turn to answer back. There's that backside carve. Stretches that one out. Highline wrap. Sets it up vertically. Tags it. Nice and solid approach off the bottom. Frames it vertical. Powerful backhand in motion. Barely needs to pick up the rail from start to finish and nails it shut.
How's the local boy just getting collected or collecting beautiful smooth walls? There is not beautiful smooth walls out there, but if Tanner gets in the lineup, sure enough, there is one. Stu Kennedy had a pretty good one as well. Straight out of the gates. This thing, as you recall, the last heat ended and a big set was on its way. Stewie picks up a perfect little runner to start the heat off again, getting that momentum early. He did that in the first heat today, and here he is getting himself another good score. But there was still more waves in the set, and you know how they group together here, the Southern Hemi. This is the bomb. It was right there for Tanner Gudauskas, and a great start. Only hitch was that bottom turn right there, but he gets into this smooth section, and this is where the points were just getting loaded onto the scorecard. Beautiful backhand hooks, snaps, clean finish, looking amped. So great start to this heat.
Impressive, reliable, and powerful backhand, which got him onto the championship tour a few years back. Tanner wants to show the world that he belongs on the top 34, and he's been reliable every single round, Pete.
He has, and it's been right out of the first horn, too. So it's not like you're going, oh gosh, he's got to come back. He had that left against Gabriel. He had the 10-point ride in the first round. It's just been non-stop where he hits the lineup, and sure enough, the bombs just come right to him.
And Tanner looks like he's keeping his role alive on his local lineup. An opportunity now for Stu to back up the 6-6-7. Did a lot of big airs against Josh Kerr to beat him at his own game. A messy little right that's not really going to do much to this heat. Stu looking just for a 2.24 to get the lead change. That's a 1.9. And Tanner sitting with priority with an 8.90. You kind of remember Tanner Gudauskas with his street cred as far as results out here. He was in that heat against Pupo at the QS 10,000 level. Champion Greg Long calling this place home. Tanner now looking left. Highline wrap, fading, cut back into the pocket. Setup work, looking for something major. End section, he'll blow the tail, doesn't reverse, and pulls it around forward. So a brilliant start for Tanner, using the right and the left really well.
He's competing here, knows he has a good score of an 8.9, backing it up, making sure that he's going to get that second score in the books, utilizing a left, seemed like it had a nice steep face on it. Sure enough, he went for it, made it happen. A little smaller inside one, but it definitely had the opportunity, a little steeper face. You know, you wonder how many lefts this kid has ridden in his career, in his life. And that little layback drift has the power, but also getting that release, riding backwards, showing a little innovation, a little progression.
And can I say one more thing, and we're still on? I just want to say condolences to all the friends and family of Rory Parker, who passed away yesterday. And we're thinking about you guys. And yeah, really sad about that. Obviously, I don't even know, there's not words to say. Sorry, and we're all feeling that today. And also for Woody. So it's been a tough week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Our thoughts with everybody, especially with NSSA Hawaii, as we think about what's happened this last week. Tanner Gudauskas running through the inside corner on the left, rotating the reverse to finish. as he's trying to stay fired up on his forehand weapon. Has won before a 4.33, an 8.9 start on his back end. And Stu Kennedy is still looking for a 6.57. He's found a little bit of a wave here, Pete. Looks like Kennedy is going to explore this right. Not much behind it. He's going to just kick out quickly. And now he's down to 8 minutes to go.
Not much behind it, not much in front of him either. Good choice there for him to kick out and try to get back into position to retain priority. Bit of a paddle race as we watch the replay here. Another smaller left, but again, seeing that it has steep face and producing some exciting moves. So again, not going to be another big score, but could improve on the 4.33. I think that it's good for Tanner to keep riding waves and not sit around.
Which you could all watch live starting October 4th with an early morning Dawn Patrol show every single morning of the waiting period till we crown our champions. The European leg's always a really fun one. As we now check out a peak popping up, it's just going to be Stu Kennedy on the right. Blows the tail on the reverse, nothing left. So he's out quickly. You can kind of feel Kennedy scrambling a little bit for a decent wave.
Yeah, you can. And then sure enough, here we go to the outside. What's there for you?
Tanner Gudauskas rolling in, squares up vertical. He's got a big section to cover. So a bit of downtime now floating through. Still committed to the inside track. Little jam down to set up a vertical hack. Open face carve, taps it shut. Meanwhile, Kennedy's still fishing out the back. Gudauskas trying to better a 4.93 there.
A little bit of a challenging wave. I mean, he got that first initial hit underway, but then there was a bit of a section, had to triple pump around it. Was able to get back to the open face and started to rattle off a couple turns. I don't think this is going to improve by much, but it could. Nice first turn. Live action, Joe.
Stu Kennedy now needing something solid. A 7.17, and just doesn't have that same domination that he had in the heat against Josh Kerr. Opened up with a huge air and kept on swinging. Well, when Tanner qualified, he's obviously on board with his brother. Nate Yeomans also qualified for the tour that same season. So they had a little San Clemente crew they got to hang out with and battle on the top 34. Gudauskas coming from a surfing family.
What a story.
Now looking at 3:25 on the clock. We'll look at the last decision from Tanner Gudauskas. This turns into a keeper, a 6.23 here.
It did, huh? So, I mean, a good sized set wave, nice attack off the first initial set, off that first section, you know, and again, cleans it up here through the inside. Good energy, nice and quick. You know, and he completed the ride. Made sure he finished strong. You can see a little leg burn there, probably. Probably just walk right through you. Oh, hey, what's up? Gudauskas, what's up? Laugh all the way through. I mean, yeah, I get the focus because that's, you can see it. It's something that he is connecting with in a big way.
It's kind of a little like,
as you see, Big Deluxe. Of course, Nate Yeomans, aspiring. There's Dane Gudauskas, brother of Folky, another San Clemente native, born and raised here. Both those surfers.
You're familiar with those guys. Every time you come to Lower Trestles, they're on the split. They'll
Yeah,
talk you through
right?
waves. They'll laugh on the beach with you and talk about the highlights all day long. Well, now the whole crew in San Clemente has something to celebrate. The wild card Tanner Gudauskas going from the trials at T Street into the main event and just taking down name after name to earn a spot into the semifinals to compete on finals day.